Thank you for visiting my YouTube channel to get your daily Bible verse and Bible chapter. I hope you have a great day and come back each and every day for a new verse and a new chapter. Thank you and God bless. 1 Kings 10. The Queen of Sheba visits. The Queen of Sheba heard about Solomon and his connection with the name of God. She came to put his reputation to the test by asking tough questions. She made a grand and showy entrance into Jerusalem. Camels loaded with spices, a huge amount of gold, precious gems. She came to Solomon and talked about all the things that she cared about. Emptying her heart to him, Solomon answered everything she put to him. Nothing stopped him. When the Queen of Sheba experienced for herself Solomon's wisdom and saw with her own eyes the palace he had built, the meals that were served, the impressive array of court officials and sharply dressed waiters, the lavish crystal, and the elaborate worship, extravagant, with whole burnt offerings at the steps leading up to the temple of God. It took her breath away. She said to the king, "It's all true. Your reputation for accomplishment and wisdom that reached all the way to my country is confirmed. I wouldn't have believed it if I hadn't seen it for myself." They don't exaggerate such wisdom and elegance far more than I could ever imagine. Lucky men and women who work for you, getting to be around you every day and hear your wise words firsthand. And blessed be God, your God, who took such a liking to you and made you king. Clearly, God's love for Israel is behind this, making you king to keep a just order and nature, a God-pleasing people. She then gave the king 4.5 tons of gold, and also stack after stack of spices and expensive gems. There hasn't been a cargo of spices like this since that shipload the Queen of Sheba brought to King Solomon. The ship of Hiram also imported gold from Ophir, along with tremendous loads of fragrant sandalwood and expensive gems. The king used the sandalwood for fine cabinetry in the temple of God, and and the palace complex, and for making harms and duplers for the musicians. Nothing like that shipment of sandalwood has been since. King Solomon, for his part, gave Queen of Sheba all her heart's desire, everything she asked for, on top of what he already so generously given her. Satisfied, she returned home with her train of servants. Solomon received 25 tons of gold in tribute annually. This was above and beyond the taxes and profits on trade with merchants and assorted kings and governors. King Solomon crafted 200 body-length shields of hammered gold, 7.5 pounds of gold to each shield, and 300 smaller shields about half the size. He stored the shields in the house of the forest of Lebanon. The king built a massive throne of ivory, ascended with veneer of gold. The throne had 6 steps leading up to it, its back shaped like an arch. The armrests on each side were flanked with lions. 12 of them, were placed at either end of the 6 steps. There were no throne like it in any of the surrounding kingdoms. King Solomon's caratics and tankards were made of gold, and all the dinnerware and serving utensils in the house of the forest of Lebanon were pure gold. Nothing was made of silver. Silver was considered common and cheap. The king had a fleet of ocean-going ships at sea with hiring ships. Every 3 years, the fleet would bring in a cargo of gold, silver, and ivory, and apes and peacocks. King Solomon was wiser and richer than all the kings of the earth. He surpassed all of them. People came from all over the world to be with Solomon and drink in his wisdom God had given him. And everyone who came brought gifts, artifacts of gold and silver, fashionable robes and gowns, the latest weapons, exotic spices, and horses and mules. Parades of visitors year after year. Solomon collected chariots and horses, 1,400 chariots and 12,000 horses. He stabled them in a special chariot cities, as in Jerusalem. The king made silver as common as rocks and cedar as common as the fig trees in the lowland hills. His horses were brought in from Egypt and Silius, specially acquired by the king's agents. Chariots from Egypt went for 15 pounds of silver. And a horse for about 3¾ pounds of silver. Solomon carried on a brisk horse trading business with the Hittites and Arman royal horses. Mark 8:35. Calling the crowd to join his disciples, he said, "Anyone who intends to come with me has to let me lead. You're not in the driver's seat. I am. Don't run from suffering. Embrace it. Follow me, and I will show you how. Self-help is no help at all. Self-sacrifice is the way, my way, to saving yourself, your true self. What good would it do to get everything you want and lose you, the real you? What could you ever trade your soul for?" One of my favorite verses is Philippians 4:13, and it says, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." If you have your own favorite verse, please put that down below and let me know what it is. Don't forget to smile, because you never know what a smile can do for someone's day. Thank you, and God bless. Thank you for watching today's video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe so you can remember to watch each and every day's video. Thank you for the ones that have been with me from the beginning. Please help me expand my ministry. Thank you, and God bless.